For centuries, the Shroud of Turin has captivated believers and skeptics alike. Some call it the burial cloth of Jesus Christ, while others see it as one of history's most fascinating enigmas. What secrets does this ancient relic hold? Join us as we unmask the mysteries of the Shroud. The history of the Shroud is as mysterious as the image imprinted upon it. Some of the earliest accounts trace it back to the Byzantine Empire, where it was believed to be the Mandi lion, a cloth bearing the face of Christ. Others claim it was hidden for centuries, only to reappear in the 14th century in France, under the possession of a knight named Geoffroy de Charny. His family guarded the relic, insisting it was the true burial cloth of Christ. Its sudden emergence, however, led to suspicions and controversy. By 1578, the Shroud found its way to the city of Turin, Italy, where it remains today. Turin's Cathedral of St. John the Baptist became its permanent home, drawing millions of pilgrims who believe it to be a sacred relic. Many describe their visit as a profound spiritual experience, standing before what they believe to be an imprint of Christ himself. The Catholic Church, while not officially declaring its authenticity, has treated the relic with deep reverence, allowing it to be displayed on rare occasions to the public. But how was the Shroud created? Some propose that it is a medieval forgery, crafted through advanced artistic techniques of the time. One theory suggests that an unknown artist could have used an early photographic technique, imprinting an image onto the cloth with sunlight and chemicals. Others believe it was created through contact with a real body, with natural chemical reactions causing the formation of the image. A more faith-driven theory insists that the Shroud was formed by a burst of divine energy at the moment of Christ's resurrection. What makes the Shroud so mysterious is its haunting image. Unlike any painting or sculpture, the figure on the cloth appears as a negative image, which becomes more defined when photographed. The likeness to Jesus Christ, complete with wounds matching the biblical crucifixion, has sparked countless debates. Some believe that the image was formed supernaturally, while others argue that it was created through a still unknown scientific process. Even skeptics admit that the image is unlike any known medieval artwork. It lacks brushstrokes, pigment, and traditional artistic techniques. Over the years, numerous scientific tests have been conducted to determine the Shroud's age and composition. Carbon dating in 1988 suggested the fabric originated between 1260 and 1390, fueling claims that it is a medieval forgery. However, newer studies argue that contamination and fire damage may have skewed the results. The cloth has survived multiple fires, including one in 1532 that left burn marks on its surface. Could the intense heat have altered the carbon dating results? The debate surrounding the Shroud's authenticity continues. Some believe it is a miraculous imprint left by divine forces, while others see it as a carefully crafted relic meant to inspire faith. The controversy persists, with each new discovery raising more questions than answers. Scientific tests on the bloodstains suggest they contain real human blood, with characteristics of someone who underwent extreme trauma. Yet skeptics argue that medieval artists may have used real blood to enhance the relic's authenticity. The material of the Shroud itself is another clue. It is made of linen, woven in a herringbone pattern, consistent with ancient textile practices. Its fibers show no traces of artificial coloring, adding to the mystery of the image's origin. Some researchers suggest that pollen grains found on the Shroud indicate it once resided in the Middle East, aligning with claims of its ancient origin. The wounds depicted on the Shroud align with biblical descriptions of Jesus' crucifixion. Blood stains appear on the wrists, feet, and side, consistent with accounts of Roman crucifixions. The posture of the figure suggests rigor mortis had set in before the image was formed, hinting at a connection to a lifeless body. Medical experts have analyzed the stains and determined they are consistent with blood flow patterns expected in a crucified individual. Throughout history, the Shroud has inspired countless works of art and literature. From Renaissance paintings to modern-day films, its influence extends far beyond religious circles. Some believe that the Shroud's image influenced medieval depictions of Christ, serving as an artistic template for centuries. For many, the Shroud remains a powerful symbol of faith. It has been venerated by popes, studied by scientists, and cherished by millions who believe it holds the imprint of the divine. But its future remains uncertain. Ongoing research seeks to unlock its secrets while conservation efforts strive to preserve it for generations to come. Advances in technology may one day provide definitive answers about the shroud's origins. The shroud is not the only artifact shrouded in mystery. The Cathedral of Turin houses other relics, such as the Holy Grail and the Holy Lance, each with its own enigmatic past. These artifacts, like the shroud, have fueled religious devotion and scholarly debate for centuries. Similar relics, like the Sudarium of Oviedo and the Veil of Veronica, share characteristics with the shroud. Could they be pieces of the same puzzle, or are they part of separate legends? The Sudarium, believed to be a cloth that covered Christ's face, shows bloodstains that match those on the shroud. The search for truth continues. Whether the shroud is a divine relic or an elaborate artifact, one thing is certain: it challenges us to think critically and to question what we believe. Faith and science, history and mystery, intertwined in a single piece of cloth. What do you believe? The answer, perhaps, is hidden in the folds of history, waiting to be uncovered. The Shroud of Turin, an ancient linen cloth believed by many to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, has been the subject of much debate and research over the centuries. Here are some interesting facts about the shroud. Physical imprint. The shroud features a faint image of a man, which appears to have been created through some form of energy, but the exact method is still unclear. The image shows signs of a crucifixion-like injury pattern consistent with the biblical account of Jesus' death. Carbon dating controversy. In 1988, carbon dating tests were conducted on small samples of the shroud. These tests suggested a medieval origin, around the 14th century. However, many have questioned the validity of these results, pointing to potential contamination or the use of cloth from a later time period in the sample. Pollen evidence. The shroud contains pollen grains that are found in regions around Jerusalem, suggesting that the cloth may have originated from the area. This has led some researchers to argue that the shroud could be much older than the carbon dating suggests. No bloodstains. Despite the apparent wounds shown on the shroud, forensic analysis reveals no traces of bloodstains that would typically accompany such injuries. Some speculate that the image may be a result of a supernatural event, while others suggest that it could be due to some unknown process of image formation. 3D imaging. In the 1970s, researchers discovered that the shroud's image has 3D properties. This means that when viewed with special techniques or digital enhancement, the image seems to pop out, showing a three-dimensional representation of the man on the cloth, which has baffled many scientists. Cultural impact. The Shroud of Turin has become an object of veneration for millions of Christians worldwide, with frequent exhibitions and pilgrimages. It is also a central topic of debate among skeptics, scientists, and religious figures alike. The image formation theory. Various theories exist about how the image of the man appeared on the shroud. Some theories include chemical reactions, radiation, and the use of medieval artistic techniques, while others suggest that the image could be the result of a miraculous event. Unexplained bloodstains. The bloodstains on the shroud are consistent with what would be expected from the crucifixion of a man. The stains show evidence of hemoglobin degradation, which is a hallmark of ancient blood, further complicating the mystery of its origin. Mystery of the weave. The shroud's weave pattern is typical of ancient cloths from the Middle East, particularly those made using a technique known as herringbone weave. This type of weave was used in ancient times but is rarely found in medieval textiles, supporting the theory of an ancient origin. The 3D image in modern times. In 2009, an Italian team used 3D software to analyze the shroud. The digital reconstruction of the face showed a highly detailed image, which has only added to the mystery surrounding the shroud's creation and authenticity.